This is the winter 2022 issue of the BVA Bulletin, Volume 77, Number 1. Joseph D. McNeil, Sr. of Columbus, Georgia, is the National President of the Blinded Veterans Association. Daniel Wallace of Grand Junction, Colorado, serves as National Vice President. The National Secretary is Elizabeth Holmes of Midland, Georgia, and Tracy Farrow of Biloxi, Mississippi, is the elected National Treasurer. Serving as District Directors are the following: Leon Collier of Elmont, New York, representing District 1. Brian Harris of Homewood, Illinois, Director of District 2. Calvin Poole of Memphis, Tennessee, the Interim Director of District 3, and Kenneth Assam of Newhall, California, serving as Interim Director of District 4. Darrell Goldsmith of Pensacola, Florida, leads District 5, while Kevin Jackson of Austin, Texas, is the Director of District 6. The immediate past National President is Dr. Thomas Amperi of Pearland, Texas. Additional appointed officers are National Chaplain Dr. Ron Lester of Tucson, Arizona, and National Sergeant-at-Arms Brian O'Connell of Greenville, South Carolina. Blinded Veterans Association auxiliary officers are as follows: President Sandy Krasnodemsky of Allen Park, Michigan, Vice President Edna Kirksey Dixon of Bay Minette, Alabama, Secretary Sherry Harris Bates of Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Treasurer Benjamin Holmes from Midland, Georgia. Patricia Hale of Wenatchee, Washington, serves as the auxiliary reporter and is the author of the Auxiliaries View column for this issue. BVA staff members serving the association's membership nationwide consist of Executive Director Donald D. Overton, Jr., National Service Director for Veterans Benefits and Policy James R. Vale, and Administrative Director Bridget Jones. Meredith Buono de Grossa is the Director of Development. The Deputy Director of the Veterans Service Program is Dwayne Driscoll, and the Deputy Director of Development is Andrea Malmer. The Director of Public Relations and Editor of the Bulletin is Stuart Nelson. Kylie Fitzgerald is the Deputy Director of Public Relations and the Bulletin's Associate Editor. The Information Technology Specialist and Webmaster is Jordan Chesley. BVA's national headquarters is located at 1101 King Street, Suite 300, Alexandria, Virginia, 22314. The official mailing address of the association is now P.O. Box 90770, Washington, D.C. 20090. Each full-time headquarters staff member can be reached by dialing 202-371-8880 or toll-free 1-800-669-7079, and by then following prompts that connect the caller to the correct department. Email communication will be forwarded to the appropriate recipient when sent through BVA's general email address, bva@bva.org. The Bulletin is published quarterly by and for all blinded veterans. There is no charge to receive the print version of the publication, which is available upon request of the national headquarters to any interested individual or organization. Requests for multiple copies will also be honored whenever possible. An audio compact disc version is mailed to BVA members upon specific request. Other formats include a web-based narrated audio version with image descriptions, a PDF replica of the print version, and a descriptive email version transmitted as a Word document. Contents of this issue of the Bulletin are divided into the following headings: President's Page by Joseph D. McNeil, Sr. Legislative Update by James R. Vale. Executive Director's Message by Donald D. Overton, Jr. Following Lonnie's Inspirational Lead by Stuart Nelson. Stars and Stripes, Take to the Slopes by Joe Bogart. Anticipation Building for Long-Awaited D.C. Gathering by Bridget Jones. Around BVA. Auxiliaries View by Patricia Hale. Veterans Service Program Update by James R. Vale. Connecting with BVA Donors by Meredith Buono de Grossa. Chaplain's Corner by Dr. Ron Lester. Of Note: Letters to the Editor, In Remembrance, and A Final Thought. The cover of this, the winter 2022 issue of the Bulletin, displays two photographs that are staggered horizontally, one on top of the other. The upper photo is an indoor group picture of 10 blinded veterans, 3 spouses, and 2 guide dogs lined up in 3 rows. The bottom row consists of a lone veteran who is seated. Also seated on the second row are 3 veterans, 2 spouses, and the 2 dogs. Standing in a wider back row are 2 female veterans, 4 male veterans, and the third spouse. Smiles are visible on all except 2 who are wearing protective masks and 1 serious gentleman in an orange t-shirt at the far right in the back row. The lower photo of the 2 reveals 2 ladies standing together in packed snow. They are equipped with helmets, ski goggles, and warm red-colored coats. The lady on the left is wearing a vest over her coat that identifies her with lettering as a visually impaired skier. The lady on the right is holding onto a long stick-like object nearly her height with the left hand. The coat of the latter has an embroidered patch that contains uppercase letters that spell STARS. In the immediate background to the left are buildings that appear to be homes and large apartment buildings. Below the photos is the following text on 2 lines. Team BVA, Mission Possible in Steamboat Springs. The descriptive cover caption located on page 2 reads as follows. In this issue of the Bulletin, Joe Bogart, Gem State Regional Group, spotlights Team BVA's recent adaptive skiing and snowboarding experience in the Colorado Rockies. Pictured in addition to the group photo is Teresa Galgano, Florida Regional Group, with ski instructor and guide Laura Sala. Photo courtesy of Steamboat Adaptive Recreational Sports.